Hi everyone, my name is Christine and I'm a Year 3 Hotel Major student. Today I'm going to share with you my internship experience at the Hong Kong Country Club from September 2016 to February 2017. So I found out about this internship when I was studying at Temasek Polytechnic back in Singapore. So I was studying my diploma back then, and we had something similar to WIE. So Hong Kong was a choice offered and the Hong Kong Country Club was the company. So that's how I got my internship. And the interview process was really simple. It was a phone call interview, and the HR asked questions like your past experience, what could possibly be your greatest challenge, and also if we like kids, because they do have a recreational department and we have to deal with kids on a daily basis. So they wanted to know if we are comfortable with that. Other than that, the interview process was nothing too special or difficult. I would say it was rather smooth sailing. Nothing too special, but on the official start day, your mentor or the person in charge of you will start showing you around more and then letting you know what you need to do on a daily basis and the expectation. I interned 4 months at two F&B outlets. So one is at the poolside, the other one is at Island Room, which is a fine dining Chinese restaurant, and then our recreational department, games and sports department. Yeah, so 3 departments in 6 months. Let me walk you through the fine dining Chinese restaurant, Island Room. Okay, so there are 2 shifts. One is the opening shift. So you come in, you set up the restaurant, you switch on all the systems, and then you check the bookings, see how many tables are reserved. You set the tables accordingly, and then you have to do cleaning of the wine glasses, cleaning of the tables as well as cleaning of the plates and etc. So it's a lot of cleaning and setting up for the opening shift, followed by the shift with break in between, which is the one which I get most of the time. So you come in around 11, help out the staff that was doing the opening shift if any help is needed. For example, replenishing the tablecloths and changing the tablecloth. And then what you do is we'll have a meeting next, so a daily meeting to let you know what to expect for today. And then basically when the guests come in, you just serve them. So as an intern, you do not need to take orders for the Chinese fine dining restaurant because their orders are pretty complicated and they speak in Cantonese. So yeah, and then what you do next is you just serve the food and then you clear the tables, set up tables, and that's it. But it can be pretty tiring because the calories there are all really heavy. So yeah, and then once you finish the afternoon shift, you have around 3 hours break, and then you go into the night shift, which is dinner. So same thing for dinner, set up tables, expect the guests to come in, and then yeah, same old thing. But one thing you have to take note is that this is a country club, which means that members do pay a lot in order to use the facilities here. So they expect you to remember them and know their preferences. And also it's always good to predict what they want next and expect them at the entrance. So when they come in, you gotta greet them. Oh, good morning, Mr. Smith, how have you been? Let me bring you to your table. Oh, would you like a glass of red wine, just like what you had the other time, or something like that? Yeah, honestly they didn't. What you do is when you enter a new department, there will usually be a full-time staff that will be introducing you to everything. And like I mentioned earlier, they do forget that you're new, so you gotta ask them a lot of things. They do not have a structured system or training program whereby they go through step by step. Oh, today we're gonna learn this, today we're gonna learn that. They do not have that. So if you want to make the best out of your internship at the Hong Kong Country Club, it is always good to take up the initiative and ask. Your manager will be happy to teach you as long as you're willing to learn. Yeah. So my overall 6 months internship at the Hong Kong Country Club was, I would say, up and down like a roller coaster. So there were very good times, which I enjoyed a lot, but there were bad times as well. Bad times, for example, being scolded by the members, and they may use vulgar language, but you know, it's customer service, so you just gotta take it, but do not take it to your heart, because at the end of the day, you're just here to learn, and managing difficult customers is part of your job scope. So I would say one of the most memorable thing is that at Island Room, my manager forced me to learn how to slice the Peking duck or serve the Peking duck in a way, like the whole duck. And then usually they'll have a chef to come out to show off their culinary skills, but at the Hong Kong Country Club, it's the waiters who do it. So my manager told me this: I will show it to you once, and the next time we have this order, you'll be the one doing it. Without any training, you just go there and perform in front of them. So it was pretty stressful. So whenever I know that there was a order for Peking duck, I will kind of go to hide because I know my manager, if he knows that I'm here, he'll force me to do it. But I didn't really want to go through that kind of pressure, so I ran away. But in the end, this kind of caught up back to me because it was December. We were really busy, and there was no one there. There was no one there to carve the Peking duck, so I had to do it myself, and I did well. So afterwards, everyone praised me, and yeah, it was something that I used to run away from, but eventually I overcame that fear and it became a skill. So yeah, things like this, it's really fun and interesting, I would say, although at the moment you are very stressed out, but looking back, it's kind of funny. Yeah, so that's one of the most memorable thing that my experience at the Hong Kong Country Club, and also the people there are really nice. I had a great time. Yeah. So tips for you if you want to join the club industry is to always form a good connection with the full-timers there, as well as the members there. So members, they will remember you if they've been seeing you for, you know, many times a week, so they'll know who you are. If you form a good impression, then it's good for you, of course, anywhere you go. And keep in contact with the full-timers, because you can always ask them if they're hiring, and they're really nice, so they'll just help you to ask HR, or you can ask HR yourself. And but that also depends on which department you want to go to. So for example, F&B, according to my knowledge, they are always lacking in manpower, so I don't think they will mind having another manpower on hand. But for departments like booking, reservations, you have to check, because they may have certain criteria. So for example, if you are an international student, you will need to know how to speak Cantonese, because most of the time the members are locals, and even if they are not, they have been here for a long time, they do know how to speak the language. So it will be good if you know how to speak Cantonese. Otherwise, I'm sure there are other departments who may need your skills, so you can always check back with the HR and see if they're hiring. I think they'll be happy to have you back. Yeah. So here's the end of our video, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask me at my email over here. And yeah, I hope you have a good day. Bye.